YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. In today's video, we're gonna go ahead and check out what could potentially be one of the best strikers to use at the start of FC25. It's none other than Alexander Isak. Isak is an 85 rated card. He has the controlled acceleration type, right footed with 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Now, we don't see any versatility with the card as he can only play the striker position. And if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can most definitely see that the card is pretty well rounded from an attack perspective. The technical side to his game should be really effective, but the physical side should be really good as well. And for the start of FC25, I think that he can make an incredible striker. Now, he does have 85 pace overall with 83 acceleration and 87 sprint speed. Not bad, especially for someone who is 6'4". But I would still go ahead and recommend a chem style to make him even more quick in game. The Hunter would be a really good option, but the Engine is a really good option as well. Now, the 84 shooting alongside the 85 pace is probably the most important stat for the card because obviously we need him to score a lot of goals. 86 attacking positioning, 87 finishing with the 5-star weak foot is incredible. And then he does also have the finesse shot playstyle, so there is going to be a little bit more variety going forward. Now, in regard to the technical side to his game, 73 passing and 86 dribbling for someone who is 6'4" isn't half bad. He does have 80 vision, 78 short pass, and 75 curve. I don't expect his passing to be anything too crazy, but I do still think that it's going to get the job done. Now, the 86 dribbling is going to be a very interesting stat to go ahead and test out because, as you guys know, he is 6'4". He does have a bigger build in game. 80 agility is really nice, but then only 69 balance. So it is going to be quite interesting to see just how smooth he is on the ball. But the rest of his dribbling stats are really good, man. 85 reactions, 87 ball control, and 86 composure. And then he does also have the 4-star skill moves. And then last but not least, boys, the 74 physical, not too bad for the card. He does have really good jumping at 88. So if you do like to cross the ball, there is a little bit of variety going forward in that sense. And then he does also have 77 strength and 58 aggression. So he might be pretty strong on the ball, but again, not going to be the strongest of strikers. Now, if we jump on over to Footbin, boys, we can see that Alexander Isak does have 4 different playstyles. He has the finesse shot, first touch, flare, and rapid playstyles. He does also have 2 player role pluses. You can use him as an advanced forward and then also as a poacher. And as you guys know, this year in FC25, the poacher is actually really effective this early on. He can have the controlled and controlled lengthy acceleration types. And when it comes to chemistry styles, there's probably 2 options that are going to work really well with the card. If you do just want to go ahead and incorporate him as a poacher, you know, get him into really good areas and have him convert the chains, I think that the Hunter is probably your best option. Now, with the Hunter chem style, he is going to have the controlled acceleration type, 93 pace overall with 91 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. With him being 6'4" and also having the rapid playstyle, I think that he's going to be very quick in game. And then it's also going to give the card 89 shooting, so should be very clinical as well, 90 attacking positioning and 95 finishing. If you do want him to be a little bit more balanced from an attacking perspective, and if you are a little bit worried about his dribbling, the Engine is another really good option. With the Engine, he is going to have 89 pace overall. It's also going to give him a +5 to his passing. And then most importantly, he is also going to have 90 dribbling, 84 agility, and 77 bounce. So he should be a bit more swift on the ball. As always, boys, if you guys do enjoy these FC25 player reviews, go ahead and do me a huge favor. If you guys can, leave a like on today's video and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is a team we're going to be using in Division Rivals to test out the new Isak card. We're going to be playing him at the striker position as that poacher in the 4-3-2-1 formation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Isak card, and I must say I'm actually really excited to test him out. We're coming up against Gyökeres, Navarro, Madison in there as well. It's a pretty good team. Now, the plan is to go ahead and run him at the striker position in the 4-3-2-1 formation. We went ahead and gave him the Engine chem style just to make him a little bit more smooth on the ball. And as you guys know, we like to start off every player review by testing out the card's dribbling. And for someone who's 6'4", I mean, decent agility, not the greatest of balance. Hey, man, I mean, the dribbling does not feel half bad. It's nothing too crazy, but I didn't expect him to feel this smooth on the ball. But like I said, boys, as that poacher, we just want him to get into really good areas and have him convert the chance. So hopefully he can do that. But yeah, let's see if we can get off to a good start in game number 1. Isak, good touch. Oh, boys, I think that the heel to heel, that's actually really good physicality. I think that the heel to heel this year is a very underrated skill move to use. That's lovely pressure, man. Isak with the decent pass right there. I like the attacking positioning. A little bit of left stick dribbling. Just slow it down a little bit. I'm going to use that acceleration boost. He's read it, boys, but the physical side to his game seems to be very good early on. Even though he doesn't have the craziest of strength and aggression, on the ball seems to be like an absolute tank. Yoro, that's a great tackle, man. Now we can go ahead and spring it to a counter attack, and Isak on the counter should be quite effective. Just hold it up a little bit with his physicality. Yeah, boys, I like the left stick dribbling. It's honestly not too bad. Dallo, that's a lovely tackle. Now, we do have Eze down this right-hand side. I'm just going to go ahead and play it through. He's got a lucky touch to it, but we do still have possession. Isak touch. He doesn't have the power shot playstyle, but we'll give it a try. Even if the player doesn't have the power shot playstyle, man, power shots are still so OP. And in those more advanced positions, if you do see a gap in between your opponent's two center backs, man, just hit a power shot, man. It's so good. Nice. Moving the ball really well. Let's see if we can maybe incorporate our fullback a little bit more. Alaba. Now, 6'4", really good jumping. We can actually whip it into him. Should win the header. Yeah, boys, it's not bad. There's a lot of variety going forward, which is nice to see. Isak still with it. LB sprint boost. And again, oh, that's so good, boys. He's so quick on the ball. Ball roll around the goalkeeper. Maybe he did a little bit too much right there, but the acceleration boost, that's going to be very difficult to defend against. Yeah, this guy does like to attack with an overlapping fullback, so we are going to have a little bit more space down this left-hand side. Great ball. Isak, man, as that poacher, the attacking positioning has been amazing. Just to get a little bit further up the pitch, it's not bad. And now we're just going to try to get Isak in a good area. Gravenberch, nice. Moving the ball really well. Isak already making that run. Little swerve pass, that's not too bad. Test out his long shots with the finesse shot play style. Off of the crossbar, man, that's very unlucky. I just realized that this guy does have Furlan Mendy. That's kind of crazy. Diogo Dallo through the middle. I'm pretty sure we're onside in this situation. Ball roll. I'm going to go for a Trivela, man. The ball roll Trivela is not bad this year. All right, boys, another corner, man. Can we find the back of the net? Isak, not too much power in this situation. Wins the header. It's a really good header, man. Very unlucky not to score right there. But aerially has been very, very good, man. Very consistent. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and so far, so good. Now, he is currently going on the market as of recording the video for roughly 35,000 coins. And for that price, man, I think that he is a phenomenal striker in FC 25. It might be a little bit expensive. His price is probably expected to drop. But if you do have the coins and you do run a Premier League team and you can get him on full chemistry, man, definitely a great striker to go ahead and pick up. Now, right here, very early on in this game, I'm just going to go ahead and use his pace. Isak all the way. I could go for a pass. I could go for a shot. We go for a shot in off of the post, man. Very, very clinical. And ultimately, when you go ahead and pair his pace with his physicality, I think it's very difficult to get him off of the ball. That's a really good start to the game. That's exactly what we needed, boys. Isak, acceleration boost. See you later. I'm going to go power shot with this 5-star weak foot. That's a decent attempt, man. I love the fact that he has 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Not a lot of players this early on in FC 25 have that, so that's really nice to see. Isak, we are going to whip it into the near post. Wins the header, but a good save by the goalkeeper. Isak, he's trying to play that through, man. That's a decent interception. The turn, I think that was the lower balance, man. The turn was not very sharp. And that does happen from time to time, so definitely keep that in mind. But we do still have possession. Isak touch. Fake shot, simple pass. That's a really good ball into Gravenberch. The shot should have been so much better, though. Through the middle. Isak, just hold it up a little bit. That's not bad. Just had to release that pass a little bit sooner, but it's worked out for us, so we'll take it. Finesse shot inside of the box. A lovely finish, man. The finesse shot playstyle inside of the box is very consistent. Now, let me know in the comment section down below, boys, some other players that you guys would like to see a player review on, especially players that you can go ahead and pick up off of the market. We're at that stage in FC 25, man, where gold cards are so fun to use and very effective. So if there is a specific player, let me know. Isak, see you later, boys. That's so difficult to defend against. Trivela, beautiful finish as well, man. He is definitely a clinical player. And if you do want him to be even more clinical, you can always go ahead and give him the Hunter Chem style. But so far, I feel like it's not really needed. Moving the ball really well right now. We do have Dallo making that run. With Isak, I'm going to go over top. That's a lovely ball, man. His passing has been quite consistent. Might get himself an assist. It's just such a lucky goal, isn't it, man? We'll just go ahead and skip that, but a really good over top through ball. Yeah, I feel like this guy's just starting to push a lot more bodies forward, so we might have a little bit more space. Oh, yeah, he's going for the high line. Isak. There it is, boys. There it is. Touch. He's going to pull out his goalkeeper, I feel like. I'm going to go for a finesse shot a little bit further out. That's so good. If your opponent is playing a high line, man, you just go ahead and incorporate his pace. Very difficult to defend against and very difficult to catch up to him. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new Isak card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say, man, for 35,000 coins, a very solid striker for the start of FC 25. With the engine chem style, he does bring a little versatility because the technical side to his game is quite decent and he can ultimately create a few chances as well. But for me personally, man, get him into really good areas, have him convert the chance because he is extremely clinical. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we did go ahead and give him the engine chem style. And like I said, it does bring a little bit of versatility going forward. With the engine, he does have 87 acceleration and 91 sprint speed, and with the rapid playstyle and him having a bigger build in game, I think that he was extremely quick, man, and it's very difficult to catch up to him. It's very difficult to get him off of the ball. When you pair that with the strength and aggression, although it isn't anything too crazy, I think that he's an absolute tank going forward. Now, the 84 shooting for me personally, boys, was the standout stat for the card. With the 5-star weak foot and the finesse shot playstyle, a very clinical player. The finishing in and around the box was very consistent, and then his long shots were not half bad either. Now, if you do run the 4-4-2 formation and you do pair him with like a smaller, more agile type of striker, the 73 passing and 86 dribbling are going to be two really important stats as well. And with the engine chem style, I think that his passing in game wasn't anything too crazy, but he can most definitely get the job done. And the dribbling, man, the dribbling was a very surprising stat in my opinion. For someone who's 6'4" and doesn't have the greatest of agility and balance, he was actually quite smooth on the ball. In some situations, you can most definitely feel the lack of balance, but ultimately in and around the box, I do still see him as a very tricky player, especially with his 4-star skill moves. And then last but not least, the 74 physical. I think it's another really surprising stat. I love the fact that he does have really good jumping. And then with the 77 strength and 58 aggression, although they aren't crazy stats, not very high in my opinion, he still was very strong both on and off the ball. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card an 8.5 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him at the striker position in the 4-3-2-1 formation. If you do run him under the poacher player role, I think that he picks up really good pockets of space and converts the majority of his chances. So if you are looking for a striker that's very clinical, that can bag you a lot of goals, I do think that Alexander Isak for 35,000 coins is a really good option. The physical side to his game was absolutely incredible. I think that he's an absolute tank going forward, but with the engine chem style, the technical side to his game was really good as well. If you don't mind using strikers that do have a bigger build in game, I do think that Isak is probably one of your best options for the start of FC25. If you do have the coins and you do run a Premier League team and you can get him on full chemistry, I think that he is a phenomenal striker for the start of the game, and I would highly recommend him. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.